Yes, they do.
Yes, it takes, certainly as an adoptive parent, an open relationship with birth family. You, you have to educate others as you walk this journey, because you have to educate grandparents, aunts and uncles, sometimes even close friends, as to why you're doing what you're doing. And we've been very fortunate. Our parents, the children's grandparents, have just embraced it full-heartedly. At times feeling a little bit jealous that they're having to share their grandchildren. It's interesting. Wondering if we're feeling at all a little bit envious of having to share them, which I guess is a parent thing. And but no, they've met each of the birth moms.
To have those meetings where we've met the birth parents' mothers and fathers as well. So, or at least some. So that again opens it up.
I think, as with all relationships that we have, whether it's with friends or family, it's not always easy to communicate, and it's not always easy to share the hard stuff. And I think early on in relationships with birth mums, that's probably been the case. But as you get to know a friend better, as you've walked through hard times with family, then you realize, oh, yeah, I can trust that person. Yeah, that person's not going to go around and do this or do that or the other thing. And so, as I mentioned earlier, the boundaries move, but those boundaries also build relationship. And as time goes on, the relationship grows, becomes better, and your trust grows. And I could very easily say, when the girls were teenagers, that if they were going to have a problem and call their birth mom, I know their birth mom wouldn't say, "That's good, I finally got you now. You can stay at my house for weeks on end," or whatever. Or, "Oh yes, I don't blame you. Your parents were unkind in that, and yes, you see." It never did happen, but because of the relationship that I had with them, I knew if it did, they would have said, "Oh, well, let's call your mom. Let's call your dad. We'll get this sorted out." But that goes along with time. It goes with time, yeah. And I think that time. And you don't necessarily have all your questions and all your fears answered right away as a new parent. You have a lot to deal with as a new parent. It's not just the changing of the diapers and the bottle feeding and such like that. You now have a young life to care for, and you're going to grow with that. Just like we don't get teenagers. Fortunately, we don't have a teenager right away, right? You don't become a parent of a teenager. Just the same with that. You're going to grow in your openness with the birth mom and the birth family as you share and are comfortable with each other. That's certainly been our story. There'll be two mothers of the bride at our weddings, and there'll be two mothers of the groom, because our birth moms will be right there in the front row with us. So that's for sure.